Hello, in this video I am going to show you how to add a image widget. So it could be as a direct child or as a child among many other children as part of something like a row or a column, for example. The principle is essentially the same. If you know how to do a text widget in there, which I've explained in those videos, you should be good to go. So if we just add here a single element, so a single child, we put image, and to actually assign an image to it, we put image. And there's a few different ways that we can do it. The two main ones we're actually interested in is asset image and network image. I'll show you network image first. So network image is the easiest to implement, and that just needs the URL of the image. That's it. So if I was to go to Google and literally search for, let's say, Batman, go to images, and if I want to display this image, I'll just get the image address, which looks like that. And in here, if I put that, you'll see the image pop up very soon. Actually, I didn't save it. Do hot reload. There you go. As you can see, the image has now popped up. It's that simple, really. There's nothing much more to it than that. Obviously, you can do different alignment. I'll cover in a separate video, positioning, sizing. Again, all of that can be combined, but in terms of just displaying it, this is all you really need to know. You can change the color, which is just a color that gets blended with it. You can change the filter quality, the fit, the height, the width properties. They're pretty simple stuff, so I'll provide links so you can check them out. But obviously to do something simple, so if we did the width, for example, 20.0, and I do hot reload, as you can see it's a lot smaller, very small. If I do something a bit more manageable, like 200, as you can see it's bigger, a bit more manageable. But again, I'll provide a link for all of that. The other method I want to show you is if you have a local image, what you would do is put asset image, and here you put the location of the image. And for us, it's going to be in a folder called assets, which we're going to create shortly, and it'll be in here. And I'm going to let me just create the folder and get the image first. So to create the folder, go to here, click on the top directory, and go to new directory, and in here type in assets and put all your images, all your assets, sound file, potentially font files, put it in here. You could go a step further and organize this like so. Put another directory and just put images, because you might have different types of assets: videos, images, audio files, font files, etc. And what you need to do now is basically put an image there. So if I say, yeah, let's put this one there. So I'm just going to save it instead. Save it to the assets folder and images, and just so it's easy to refer to, I'm going to name it to Batman. The extension is important as well, batman.jpg. As you can see, there is a file in there now, and if we literally just directly put images /batman.jpg and hot reload it, as you can see, nothing appears. There's actually two problems. One, hot reloading will not work if you add a new image or do any modification, so you need to redeploy the application. Two, every time you add an asset, you need to go to pubspec.yaml, so .yaml, and in here where it says flutter : you want to add an asset, and you use this system here. So you just put assets. This is not in relation to what we've named this folder, so this always has to be called assets. Here you put all your assets. So if I've added an asset, you put dash in the location of the asset, and you just put, for me it's assets /images /batman.jpg. Save that. But again, if we hot reload it, the image still does not appear. But now if we were to actually go back to a main file, if we were to quit out of it and relaunch it, And what that is going to do is redeploy the APK and redeploy all the assets. So hot reloading is great if you're doing just code changes, but as soon as you start messing with assets that are localized and stored on the app itself and on the device, then you will want to redeploy the application. Not too much of an issue. Chances of you always swapping out assets is highly unlikely. Might be a little period of time where you're experimenting, but overall, you shouldn't have too much of an issue. So the image should appear now, once the actual application loads up. And as you can see, the application loaded up. Again, you can change the properties of the image as well. One last thing I want to show you is we've only added one image. This could get tiresome. So what you can do is essentially do this. And if you do that, what that essentially says is add all of the assets inside of this folder. This is just a more elegant way of doing it basically. And as you can see, it still works. So that's it for images. If you have any questions, feel free to pop me a message. And as usual, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.